Greetings, Chris Fiola here with another edition of the Perfecting Equilibrium vlog. We're continuing our series, New Jobs for a New Age, where we look at the new tools that are the so-called artificial intelligence, but are really just machine learning tools that can help you do creative jobs in a new and faster manner. We've looked at imaging tools like DALL-E and Midjourney. We've looked at writing tools like ChatGPT and the new Bing, both of which are really just enhanced search that give you a sort of a summary of their findings rather than a page listing websites with the information. Now we're going to take a look for the next few weeks at tools that create music and are supposedly also, they call them AI, but I just find that whole thing misleading. It's not really an artificial intelligence. Now, music is a interesting addition to the genre. For the last 30 to 40 years, there have been enormous advances in tools for creating music with computer aid, all the way back to Ray Kurzweil and the invention of the Kurzweil synthesizer to synthesize beats, which every single song in the 1980s had a synthesized bass, it seems to me. Okay, except for the Stray Cats. But there's been a lot that's available. Loop software like Acid, different ways to create music. But they all envisioned that the user would have a certain musical knowledge. Now, full field of disclosure here. Back in my high school and college days, I was a bass guitar player and piano player and played jazz and a few other things badly. So while by no means am I a musician and by no means have I played anywhere in the last millennium, I have some knowledge of how to read music and major versus minor chords and sharps versus flats. So I find that at least interesting when you're looking at these tools. So the first tool we're going to look at today is a tool called Soundful Beta. And like the rest of these tools, it seems to take some of what's happened in the last 30 or 40 years with loop building programs and other computer music building programs and try to make it accessible to non-musicians. Let's look at how successful they are. We're going to scroll down here to this little thingy and we're going to create a new track. Now, it attempts to, I'm going to move my head out of the way here. It attempts to make this easier by, instead of asking you what key do you want to be in, what time signature, and other musical questions, it says, what's your mood, what's your theme? But you get the feeling that some of this stuff was designed by a committee, don't you? Okay, chill beats, that sounds like a musical theme. Coffee shop, it's kind of pressing it, but yeah, coffee shop music, you know, those soundtrack CDs, playlists that Starbucks has been mass producing for the last couple decades. Holiday lo-fi. Okay, but what kind of music is real estate? Really, you know. I can't get my mind off you and my escrow. I don't know. And I apologize for even attempting to sing there. So, but let's pick something. Let's see. Each of these seems to expand. Hip hop. Let's see. Club beats. Okay. Dark piano trap. All right. Dreamy trap. Emotional trap. Emo guitar trap. We seem to be having a trap theme here. Let's see if there's anything better in some of these other ones here. Pop. Okay, Afro pop, dancehall, bedroom pop, chill pop, contemporary piano, and emotional pop. I'm not sure about any of that there. And on the other hand, my musical tastes range from the eclectic to the bizarre. So the fact that I haven't heard of something doesn't mean that there's not a vast and thriving real estate music scene out there that I just, you know, come to my open house and hear my band. Sorry, I just can't get over that. All All right, EDM, chill step, deep house, deep progressive, driving techno, drum and bass, melodic deep house, and finally R&B. R&B dance, R&B wavy, I don't know, R&B pop, R&B hip hop, R&B disco, R&B house. I guess this is like R&B plus whatever we've already had. So, all right, those are templates here. Let's pick. I don't know. Let's pick R&B and let's go with R&B hip hop. Okay. Now we get into some controls that are a lot less user friendly unless you have some musical background, because now we are going to ask what key we want this in. So do we want it in? This is putting it into a G minor key here. Yeah, so you could switch from a minor to a major key. You could pick that. That's kind of interesting, but let's create a preview and see what happens. And we'll see if it's relatively quick. Don't know. There is something up here. One of the reasons that I happen to be looking at music right now is that a few friends have called in or texted or left comments about the vlog so far, and they're like, hey, Fiola, why don't you do the whole professional thing and have background music and bumpers and all that? Especially all my friends who used to be in television or still are in television. A lot of in my travels, I've worked at a lot of places that had TV stations, and I don't know that that's the route I want to go, and I don't know that that's where you really want it. I don't know that having vlogs emulate TV is a great idea, but let's do this. This is interesting. There's a 30-second social media template for vlogs. So let's see. Club, dance floor, dreamy, euphoric, hype, rave. We don't seem to be able to scroll over and see what else is here. Looks like there's more there, but let's see if I can arrow. Oh, I can. Hey, relaxing, summer dance. Oh, I'm sorry, I went over there now. Let's see. Okay, let's do a club. Social media and see what it comes up with. All right, speed. Well, let's crank this baby up. Oh, BPM cannot be modified for this template, and we're still in a G minor. Let's go to C and let's see if it'll let me. Oh, C major. Let's go to a C major and create a preview and see what we get. I feel I want to be like talking about the bank run or something, some doomsday coming for us here, and that's, I don't know. That seems pretty dank. So let's go back and see if we can undo that. Let's try something here. Let's see. Let's try dance floor. Still can't change the beats per minute. Just wants to do it in F major. I thought normally a minor chords are a lot more sad, gloomy, doomy. That's sort of the thinking on those. I thought changing to a major would make it brighter and not more upbeat, but was I wrong? Let's create one more preview here and see what happens. Yeah, I've got to say I'm not crazy about this tool for a bunch of reasons. One is it's very limited in your choices, and the second is the choices. While you can learn what they are and what they bring out, I don't find I I don't like the way they're labeled. I don't understand how that's a dance floor song. That's it's all I could say is you play that on any dance floor in the world and we riot. That's not nobody's dancing to that. So, and there's just not a lot of there's like computer tools for changing things. You change the speed, you change the key, but the instrumentation, the sound, the genre, that's I'd really like to see something along the lines of Dali. I'd really like to see uh, you know the Stray Cats play Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto Number 3 in D minor. I want to see something like that that gives me more to do. So anyway, but this is already stretched longer than I'm trying to do with my vow to make these things shorter and more easily digestible. So let's call it a day for today, and we'll look at some other tools next week. And then the following week, we will try to make at least a bumper for this vlog, but I do not promise to use it. That's all for today. Fiola out.